After decades of searching, the governing class and the corporations that seek to colonize your mind are very close to perfecting the art of drugging someone to make them sound crazy, promoting impulsiveness, illogical thinking, clumsiness, unsteadiness, and to make them awkward and appear as if they do not know what they are talking about, especially when they do. It is very sad what goes on and how I've been made aware of it. A lot of good people suffer all the time, and a lot of mediocre people and bad people don't have life so bad. This is how it's designed. The more selfless you are, the more poor you are. And society holds that against you. You don't have nice clothes, vehicles, homes, and other status symbols that make you more socially acceptable when you are selfless. And then there are people who pretend that they are on behalf of corporations and controlled movements, when in fact they are dangerously selfish. Every day I find myself coming closer to a miserable end, because as I improve society's understanding of what's going on, and I outmaneuver the enemies, and I exchange bitter communication with the enemy, it starts taking its toll. All their campaigns against me, all their sabotage, all the persecution. And society just continues to play stupid, to accept evil on such a large scale. So as I go back through my videos and I see the different states of mind I've been in, sometimes having a few beers, sometimes sober for years, sometimes covertly drugged with witnesses and test subjects that verify that these things are occurring. The druggings, the stalking, and more. So I do not see too much hope for humanity. I see a lot of financial dependence on an oppressive social system that does not give the righteous a fair chance to become successful and to have their views be heard. It is more than just unsettling and unfortunate. It is devastating. And society is dooming itself through the despicable process of complicity. What does it mean to become successful in a system that does not give your people a fair shake? In a system that does not give God's children and the faithful a fair shake? A system that disrespects that which you hold sacred in many shapes and forms all the time. Why would I want to help build a world that I do not believe in? A world that lacks morality, where everyone takes on the mentality of a used car salesman or something, throwing morality away, thinking it's funny to rip off their fellow man, judging people by the size of their wallet, and not the size of their heart. Why would I want to participate in a system that gang stalks people for telling the truth and creates a nation full of millions of cowards, afraid to stand up to these oppressors, and certainly afraid to stand up together to their common oppressors? This is a nation of submission, debt, drugs, and hopelessness. We do not just consume more cocaine than other countries. We are consuming all these prescription pills, painkillers, psych meds, and more. I have to struggle these days to avoid being sabotaged, set up, and drugged. And quite often, the drugs that they use are addictive substances. So they do not only offer one temporary happiness or fun, but they offer them a relief, a break from the never-ending, relentless urges that have come as a result of their addiction. Man has failed to love each other, and they have failed to honor the few people who did not fail at loving their fellow man. Love the Lord thy God. Love one another. It seems that with those two ideas intact, those two activities properly performed, properly executed, rather, we could have done so much more. This hedonistic, narcissistic pursuit of technology, where a bunch of nerds and rich people leverage what they have going for them to have their way, to get the women, to push people around and feel powerful. This is sad. And let us not forget, it is a system that is punishing me every day for speaking out, for going against a private sector control mechanism for the unscrupulous governing class.